fast. That's why you're fucking up.
Make sure the timer's going. The recent Mega Millions jackpot sparked my interest on this subject. That's why I've decided to do my speech over gambling in America. The recent Mega Millions jackpot reached $640 million, which is a record for the United States. The United States has never had a jackpot this high. On the ABC News website, columnist Ryan Owens, on April 11th, posted that as the jackpot got higher, more and more people were coming out to buy these $1 tickets that gave you a chance to win $500 million. The United States has had a long history with gambling, gambling addiction, and today gambling is as big as it's ever been in America. The gambling industry is really thriving right now. The Texas Lottery has generated over $19 million in revenue since 1992, which equals about $1 billion a year. Which leads me to my first point, the history of gambling in America. The United States has had a long history with gambling. The United States has always been really tolerant on legal gambling and really tolerant on illegal gambling. When did gambling start in America? Gambling started in America when the colonists came over. Gambling has always been here as long as Americans have been here. But even from the beginning, the colonists did realize that gambling can be harmful. The gold rush is what moved the gambling west. The gold rush in California brought most people to the west that are there now, and that's what moved gambling out west. And in 1931, Las Vegas legalized most forms of casino gambling, and that's where gambling found its home in 1931. But like I mentioned, even the colonists from the beginning realized that some people did have a problem with gambling, which leads me to my next subject, which is gambling addictive? The question is, gambling is addictive. Gambling is a mental disorder that is one of the many impulse control problems that people have. According to MedicineNet.com, problem gambling can be defined as the continual urge to continue gambling even though you're getting negative results or a strong desire to quit. Many people are affected from gambling, but like with any addiction, it's always your family first. According to MedicineNet.com, 2 to 5% of Americans suffer from gambling addiction, but 1/3 of these will recover with no treatment. The children of gamblers are that much more likely to gamble as their parents did when they are shown that behavior. As I was talking about kids, that leads me to my next subject, which is gambling in the 21st century. Like I mentioned in the beginning, right now, gambling is booming. It's as big as it's ever been. The laws on gambling have always changed from state to state, but like I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, the United States has always been pretty tolerant. What is legal and what is illegal? As far as the illegal gambling concerned, most forms of casino gambling are legal, but the illegal issues, according to MedicineNet.com, have to do with internet gambling. As internet gambling's gotten bigger, as the internet's gotten bigger, gambling has come a long way in a short time. It was only about a little over 50 years ago that Nevada was the only state that allowed casino gambling. And today, 60% of all Americans will gamble. But out of these 60% that gamble, only 2 to 5% will become addicts. And out of these 2 to 5%, 1/3 will recover with no treatment. So I think Americans have been very responsible, and I think as Americans, we're good on the gambling issue.